Shri Ravi Prakash Verma spoke about resolution plan under the code and also spoke about realization value and so on. Without naming the case in which this has happened, I want to tell you, the liquidation value of this particular example that I want to read for you was 9 crores. Claims of financial creditors was 900 crores. Realization for creditors was 54 crores. Realization of percentage of claim, 6%. Realization as a percentage of liquidation value, 600%. Underlining the fact that the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code's resolution plan gives better returns for those creditors. The company was in BIFR, the example that I've given you. I've not named the company, but the company which I've given you an example of was with the BIFR for a decade. Because of IBC, now they were able to come for a solution. Company revived, Mr. Vishwam, the company was revived, and creditors got 600% of liquidation value. Without the IBC, and this is something which I'd like to inform all members, without the IBC, creditors would have got only 1%, which is of the 9 crores of the claim. So IBC actually benefits everyone of the creditors, not just the big. Forgetting the small is not on the agenda. In fact, the small benefit, and even more, companies are not shutting, resulting in unemployment. Companies are being resumed, resulting in workers going back to work. Sir, Member TKS Elangovan spoke about dues to government. This is not a new provision, sir. It exists even today as it is under Section 53. The bill only clarifies it. So case laws have also been holding up the fact that government dues to be treated at operational debt level. Sir, the last few, I wouldn't take more of your time. You've been very generous. But I thought it's important for me to respond to all the members who have raised all these important questions. And it matters to the Indian economy that the step being taken by the government through the amendments in the IBC is largely approved by all our members, because that's the message which has to reach the industry, which has to reach the workers, which has to reach public at large, that monies are not being forgotten, the value of the assets are not being forgotten, the workers are not being forgotten through the IBC. It's made for all. It's not made for any one particular section. So, Sri Ragesh had asked few questions. Corporate establishment and corporate person are not different, sir. I want to inform through you, the member who asked this question. Insolvency of corporate persons has commenced. Insolvency of individuals are yet to commence. Individuals are of 3 categories: personal guarantors to corporate debtors, partnership and proprietorship firms, and there are other individuals. So individual insolvency will be implemented in a phased manner. We are working on it. We've started the work on it. Sir Sri Vijay Sai Reddy suggested the government should rescue financially viable companies. Government is facilitating the rescue of such companies. The commercial matters are decided, as I said, by the COC and not by the government. The stakeholders who are in the COC decided. Government does not intervene in the process. I think I mentioned quite a few on MSMEs, but there was this question, I'm not sure which of the honorable members had asked, saying what happens if there was an NPA in the bank? What happens if an SME had an account in a bank which is NPA? Will we forget them, and so on? I want to assure here that the provision of the clauses C and H of Section 29A shall not apply to the resolution applicant in the CIRP of the MSMEs Thus, the promoters of the corporate debtor can make application as resolution applicant even if they have an account with a bank which is an NPA. So, which is, even when they are in NPA stage, they can still ask for resolution. See, Sri Subramanian Reddy, who normally takes a lot of interest in all the bills which come for discussion, goes through a lot of detail, comes up with very valuable suggestion, valuable amendments, also had an observation on the insolvency professionals. He observed that the professionals throw out the management. It doesn't work that way, sir. It's a creditor and control model. We moved away from the debtor and possession model, which I did read out when I did read out the initial remarks. The difference between the way in which the SICA deal dealt with companies, the SARFAESI Act dealt with companies, now the IBC deals with companies. So we have moved away from the debtor in possession model, which did not work at all.